I have the tiers over here. We have B, which is a good listen, all the way up to Z tier, because, I mean, okay, first of all, there are no bad Marian hymns, I guess. You know, honoring Mary is a very great thing that we all could do, and so I don't think there's necessarily a bad Marian hymn, per se. There may be ones that, like, get some canon or, like, doctrine wrong, but I don't know about them, and I don't think they're on this list, so yeah, I'm just rating them based on how much I personally love them. B to Z tier. If you don't know, Z is above S tier. So starting with Alma Redemptoris Mater, the loving mother of the Redeemer. So starting off with a very, very good title there. And this is a seasonal Marian antiphon, usually sung for Compline, so night prayer during Advent, until the feast of the presentation of our Lord. I personally don't have the greatest attachment to this hymn outside of singing it sometimes for Compline or listening to it on a prayer podcast. Usually the priests or seminarians do a pretty good job of chanting this. So, but yeah, I don't personally listen to this much outside of that context, but it's still very beautiful, and it's like one of those big Marian antiphons, the seasonal ones. So fortunately, they're all like awesome, but it's gonna go to A tier for me. Okay, the Angelus. This is like a big one. I personally have more attachment to this one. The Angelus overall helps me get more into a routine with prayer because it reminds me to pray at like 12 and 6. Highly recommend for anyone that's feeling spiritually dry. I've had periods in my life where I pray this at noon or 6. So I recommend it for everyone out there as a good devotion if you need something to help with your daily prayer life. And also it's a great way to obtain an indulgence. So yeah, definitely want to add this to your toolkit if you want to. Highly recommend. This is S tier. Saints and Angels Rejoice. Let's go. Also, I asked ChatGPT what it thought about the Angelus, and it said if Gregorian chant were lo-fi, the Angelus would be in that chill study mix. Peaceful, sacred, and very pause and breathe. Yeah, I don't know. AI is coming for us all. Well, at the cross, her station keeping. The English version of the Stabat Mater. If you went to Stations of the Cross on Fridays in Lent, you know this one. Yeah, it's just generally sad and sorrowful. It aligns with the reflections at the Stations of the Cross. I love the melody, the solemn tone, and how it goes through what Our Lady of Sorrows is going through. I mean, ever since Adam and Eve's fall, we knew what Mary was going to go through. And yeah, Stations of the Cross is just a wonderful reflection, and I love that this is the song, the hymn that's chosen to go alongside that. So at the cross or station keeping, I put this at S tier alongside the Angelus. Very fitting. Ave Maria. This one has to have the biggest non-religious penetration, like I guess secular world penetration. I feel like everyone in like the Western world knows this one, even if you're not Catholic, Christian, even if you don't have a devotion to Mary. Everyone in the Western world I feel like would know or have heard of this. That genuinely is awesome. I love that. The original melody for the song is actually not composed for the Ave Maria. Fun fact. But funny enough, I actually don't like this as much as the other Marian hymns I have on this list. I don't know if it's just because I've heard it enough times, but I know some people like this is probably the biggest interaction they had with a Marian hymn, which is beautiful. That alone is beautiful. But yeah, me personally, this goes in A tier. Make your own list and put it up there, I guess, if it makes you cry every time this song comes out. Ave Maria, Antiphon, Hail Mary. The regular Hail Mary chanted in Latin. I think it's worth learning if you're Catholic, learning the Latin for the Hail Mary prayer. I pray the rosary occasionally, and I pray Hail Marys occasionally, but sometimes I just drone out, especially when I'm praying a rosary and I don't focus. So a kind of prayer exercise that I did was to learn the Hail Mary in Latin, and then I was able to focus more on the words that I was saying because I was doing that, and I think it was very spiritually fulfilling. And now I have like an extra prayer in my toolkit. So yeah, just recommend it as a project if you have the extra time, or if you also like just drone out when praying a Hail Mary and don't focus on the words. I recommend that if you have the spare time. But just pray. It's the most important thing. The biggest part of the Hail Mary that I love is the fact that we ask Mary to pray for us at the hour of our death, which is extremely comforting. I feel like I'm just investing in that hour of death every time I pray a Hail Mary, and just magnifying, hopefully, the amount of comfort I could feel in that moment, knowing the fact that every time I pray a Hail Mary, I'm requesting that from my mother. I know she'll be at my side when that time comes. Hopefully later rather than sooner, but I don't get to determine that, so it is what it is. Overall, the Ave Maria as a short prayer with a Hail Mary. Honestly, I should just put Hail Mary here, but you get the point. I like learning this in Latin. I highly recommend. S tier. Ave Regina Caelorum. Ave Regina Caelorum. Hail, Queen of Heaven. The second seasonal Marian antiphon on this list, that's sung after Compline. This one is sung from the Feast of the Presentation until Holy Week. A lot of these hymns don't necessarily have a particular origin or a named author. They've just been traditionally sung from about the 10th century from what I've seen moving forward. So, I mean, if you who are listening to this, all of like the one viewer, know any more concrete origins for these hymns, you could let me know by just leaving a comment or DMing me on Instagram or something. I don't know, but I genuinely would like to know, like, if you know more information, that would be great to know. I'm just doing this to deepen my faith. So, but yeah, for Ave Regina Caelorum, I'm not gonna lie to you, I just learned this in this past Lenten season. So yeah, but I enjoy learning it. It's really nice. It's super simple. It's based and beautiful. So that's gonna go in S tier for me personally. Hail Mary, gentle woman. I love this, like, you know, all of these songs. This is just like pure serenity, you know? I actually, like, the imagery I get when I hear this song is I imagine being cuddled by Mary in a field, and I'm just listening to this song. But that's what I feel. I feel like I'm literally being cuddled by Mary in like a field on like a nice picnic. I also imagine Mary as like the ultimate nurturer and mother. It's definitely less traditional than other options on this list. Well, other songs on this list. But me personally, I learned this really early in primary school back in Trinidad. Like, that's how far back we're going. So I would have been like 6, 7, 8, like somewhere around there. So that's where I learned this song, and I really like it. It's nostalgic for me. But I know it's not like the most traditional, but I still like it. So I'm gonna put this in A tier. I think it's worth learning if you want to, but at least you can put it in your prayer playlist. Hail, Holy Queen, enthroned above. Definitely a tone shift from the more quiet and solemn and serene ones that we had going on here, but it's still much appreciated. We're more like praising in this one, like really giving Mary what she deserves. I just love the joy involved in this one. And it's very common too. You'll hear this in Novus Ordo Mass. Like, you'll just hear this in like any Mass, especially in the States, I guess. And then I like singing Salve Regina in the end, making sure the whole church, I guess, knows a little bit of Latin, you know, just a little bit. It's a banger, straight banger. To be fair, I don't necessarily have much attachment to this one, and that's why I probably just leave it at like a B for me, which is still a good listen, obviously. Also, people enjoy this, but yeah, I don't really have like much attachment, but I think it's very popular and a lot of people know it, so put it higher in your list, I guess. Holy is his name, the Canticle of Mary. Well, using the words, I guess, from the Canticle of Mary. These lyrics are a paraphrased version of the Canticle of Mary, and I don't know if I'm giving it away here, you know, letting the cat out of the bag here, but you can probably tell by now that the Canticle of Mary is probably one of my favorite verses or texts to read from the Bible. It's in the Gospel of Luke, which is my favorite, and what makes this song special is that the lyrics are literally echoing the words that our spiritual mother said directly. You know, she wrote this song. Well, she wrote the lyrics for it, and I love that. When this song is sung really well, because you go to Mass and you hear it sometimes, obviously, usually by like a lead cantor. This is when the song is sung really well. This is when I feel like as close as I could feel like to hearing Mary sing. At least that's what I try to imagine if it's done really well. So yeah, John Michael Talbot was in his bag when he composed this. I mean, I just love the beauty of this song. It's really beautiful. It really is. And as I said, the lyrics are straight from the Bible essentially, so it's beautiful. This one, it would be my first like C tier. Like, I really love this song. Immaculate Mary. According to Wikipedia, the earliest version of this hymn was written in 1873 by the French priest and seminary director Jean Gainet for pilgrims to the site of the apparitions of Our Lady of Lourdes. It was set to a traditional French tune and contained 8 verses, which he later expanded to 120. Oh yeah, I did like look up those 120 verses. Yeah, thank God for the 8 verse version there, I'm not gonna lie. For the purpose of this tier list, I'm referring to the version of this hymn which was dated back to 1952, the one we all know and sing. I mean, I like it, but I like some of the other songs here way more. So, another B tier, I guess. A good listen. I like it. I will not skip. Trust and believe I'm not skipping. Like, it's so beautiful. I like some of these just a little bit more. That's all. O Mary of Graces. This is a traditionally Catholic Marian hymn based on an ancient Irish prayer, which has two English translations, which became two versions of the hymn, one by the priest Douglas Hyde and another by J. Rafferty. Yeah, bro, I'm just butchering names left and right, but sorry, not sorry. The lyrics are deeply reflective, and it's a great prayer asking Mary for help. The melody is very pretty for this. Very, very pretty. That's just the best way I could describe it. Let me just read the lyrics for you real quick. O Mary of Graces and Mother of God, may I tread in the paths that the righteous have trod, and mayest thou save me from evil's control, and mayest thou save me in body and soul, and mayest thou save me by land and by sea, and mayest thou save me from tortures to be. May the God of the angels above me abide, may God be before me, and God at my side. Isn't that just a beautiful prayer? Blessed be the name of the Lord. It's just so beautiful. That warms my heart. Honestly, I had this originally as a B when I was like doing some arrangements because it's kind of slow. Yet again, not a skip, but like kind of slow. But the lyrics just are so beautiful, man. Okay, yeah, just I'm bumping it up to 8 here. I really love it. Oh, my most blessed queen. This hymn is traditionally sung at the end of Compline in the Orthodox Church. I'm not gonna lie, I like the title of Mary as Theotokos, the God bearer. And I like saying that word too. Like, high key, this may just be here because it has that word in it. But, you know, it has like a good mouthfeel. Theotokos, concupiscence. You know, one of those words that you're just like, I like saying it. But on a more serious note, I love that title for Mother Mary that Orthodox Church like holds pretty dear to them. You don't really hear that title around in Catholic town, but it's a base title, and I guess we get some Orthodox representation here, so big up to the Ortho bros. Yeah, Esther. I kind of had like a pre-plan of like where I'm gonna put some of these, but we're winging it. O Sanctissima. O Most Holy. This is another lullaby hymn, very calm and sweet. According to Wikipedia, the earliest known publication was from London in 1792 in it, presenting it as a traditional song from Sicily, and the tune appears to have influenced the melody of the American Civil Rights anthem, We Shall Overcome. Huh, the more you know. Not too sure how true that is, I'm not a historian, but hey, it's in Wikipedia, am I right? But overall, I still really like this song, very calm. I'm not gonna bump it up. These ones I just like a tad bit more, but I like it. Definitely not a skip or anything, so good listen. Regina Caeli, Queen of Heaven. Alright, it's Easter time. The sun is shining, it's spring, the birds are singing, we're done with Lent, the sky is blue, we celebrate Jesus' resurrection, all is good in the church. And yeah, the song itself is very celebratory. I ripped this video from the internet. This video was uploaded 9 years ago, so I wonder what these kids are up to now. And we even have the Pope singing this and all that stuff, which is awesome. The new Pope, Pope Leo, let's go. I'm reading from New Advent here. Legend says that Saint Gregory the Great heard the first 3 lines chanted by angels on the Easter morning in Rome while he walked barefoot in a great religious procession, and that the saint thereupon added the 4th line, Ora pro nobis Deum. Alleluia. Beautiful. But yeah, this is another one of the big 4 Marian antiphons sung during Eastertide, also known as Paschaltide, starting from Compline on Holy Saturday night until Pentecost. It even replaces the Angelus during the Easter season. So the church is singing and rejoicing, Mary's rejoicing, heaven is rejoicing, everyone's rejoicing, just life is good, it's Easter time, he is risen, her son is back after conquering death. That's good news. Me personally, this was the second big Mary antiphon I learned after the Salve Regina, and it's my second favorite right behind the Salve Regina. I love learning this, I love singing this, it's awesome. Pretty easy to learn too, so probably put a link in the description to learn it. Regina Caeli Jubila, Queen of Heaven Rejoice. This one has a very uplifting tone. Honestly, not that much to add, or like, yeah, honestly not much to add about this. It's good. I like listening to it. Look it up if you don't know it. But another like, you know, very Easter vibey song. Very happy. Salve Regina, Hail Holy Queen. Yeah, you know this one. This is the last of like the big 4 Marian antiphons sang during Compline, and this is the big one. I feel like the most popular, the one that everyone knows. I feel like if you know one, you probably know all four, or like are attempting to learn all four. But yeah, very proper. This is the GOAT though. This is the GOAT. It's the classic and most famous one, I want to believe. Sung from Trinity Sunday to the Saturday before Advent, so lots of ordinary time in there to learn or sing this one. It was the first one that I learned, and it's still my favorite to this day. Salve Mater Misericordiae. Yeah, I couldn't fit that in one line. That bothers me too, I promise. You. Hail, Mother of Mercy. This SSPX article attributes this hymn to the Carmelite order back in the 11th century. The chorus is a litany of honorifics addressed to Our Lady, and the melody itself is slow and reverent. I'm gonna just put this in S tier for now. Thou art the star of morning. Another gentle tone, but this one portrays Mary as the star of morning, heralding the coming of the sun with the break of dawn, a light to guide us out of spiritual darkness. Very beautiful. She is my North Star, her and Joseph. My favorite line in this hymn is, "Thou art the shining mirror of God's fair love," in the third verse. I guess another like traditional tidbit is that just as the moon reflects the light of the sun, so too does Mary reflect the glory of her son. So the moon is sometimes seen as like an image for Mary, and I like that. So thou art the star of morning, we're gonna put this in A tier. So yeah, that wraps it up pretty nicely. This is about where I put a lot of these hymns. Have a good day. God bless you.